Hello and welcome back
to another episode of
Sipping on Love.
Hey there. Hi, how are you?
I'm fabulous, as always, because I'm with you.
I'm tipsy.
Mm.
A little tipsy. I'm a little hungry, but we're going to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Why didn't you eat today?
Huh?
Why didn't you eat today?
I did eat.
A bowl of cereal.
Right.
Why didn't you eat today?
That's eating.
No.
That's not food?
No. Because you're tipsy now, right? So it clearly wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough, but I did eat.
No.
You see how you trying to get me together?
Who else gonna do it?
I'm grown. Grown.
And Cat.
Bitch, I'm grown.
Okay.
In the words of Beyonce.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And kept. And in the keeping,
uh-huh.
Why didn't you eat today?
Because we're going to get into the first I Love You.
I'm waiting for you. What's that?
So this one, we're switching up as always. Switching it up. And so now we're going to ask a different question related to love. I love how you show up. What makes you feel most supported in love?
Because a lot of thoughts came to my time. Immediately, for me, what makes me feel most supported in love is specifically what I receive from you. It's the simultaneous words of affirmation with either a neck rub or a head rub. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. It just does something for me that is like, oh, bitch, I can take on the goddamn world. Let's go. Like, cause yeah, that's the precipice. Well, cause I can talk more and more. But how about you?
Mine is him listening to what I have to say. I think that's the big thing. When you feel like you're either misunderstood or you feel like people don't care what you have to say, and when you have a partner who truly listens and genuinely wants to resolve issues, that's mine when I feel most supported. So, do you want to tell us now what it is that we might be sipping on?
So what we're sipping on is something real simple, real cute. Jack and Coke on the rocks. Mm-hmm. But we did the Jack Daniels with the Coca-Cola collab thing situation. Yes. Not that we've been sponsored yet. Call us. But just a simple Jack vanilla and Coke. Mm-hmm. That's all.
We had this at a 4th of July. Mm-hmm. 4th of July, baby. And I was like, oh! Because his uncle saw it first. And he's like, oh, this might look good. And I was like, oh, I get brown liquor. So I was like, oh.
Brown liquor.
Because we don't drink a lot of soda. So I'm like, okay, let's see what this is hitting on.
And it's smooth. It's good. Mm-hmm. And then we got the little trial pack that they have cherry, the regular Jack and Coke, and then Jack Vanilla and Coke. So really, really good. Really cute. Really cute.
So good. So good. So with this episode, we're going to be talking about baby gays. Baby gays. The baby gays. And we want to preface this by saying that baby gays are at any age. This is a person who is new to the gay
freshly
culture. Freshly coming out, freshly like wanting to experience the thing.
Mm-hmm. All
the things. So whether you've been on the DL for so long and now you finally come out and you want to live your best gay life, these
live out loud.
These are the baby gays.
Yes.
Okay. So of course, as you know, we always have a game. Mm-hmm. So with this game, we're going to say a couple of things where the baby gays would do it and where there's an experienced gay that would possibly do this. Okay?
Okay.
And you would pick which one that you might still want to do.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just go with the first one.
Which way, baby gay?
So downloads every dating app at once, has one app and ignores the notifications.
That was definitely the one to download only. No. I had I can't even say I had all of them. It was just Jacked and BGC Live. but they were there. Especially when I first started. It was just BGC. So it was just one. Sorry. I'm sorry. It was just one. It was just one. It was just one.
For me,
and I ignored everything.
I had all of them. I downloaded all of them. Did I use all of them very frequently? No. But I had all of them. Okay. Falls hard after one great date. Knows chemistry and compatibility aren't the same thing.
I think I was the one to fall hard after a great first date. You said after a great first date? Yeah. I'm a hopeless romantic at heart.
Me too, but I knew chemistry and compatibility were different things.
But see, if you watch episode 4 of dating, like a lot of my growing up, especially even in the baby gay level evolution for me, like I was still seeking what my mom and dad had, and I thought that as long as you had love, everything else would work out.
Yeah.
And work. Bitch already got a job. Like,
work. Yeah. Okay. Thinks they need to find the one immediately, or enjoys getting to know people without rushing.
The one. Because why am I wasting my time with everybody else?
And I was the don't judge me. I was the person who was on Jacked and Grindr and Adam for Adam and all these things, looking for friends.
But see, that's the point. You were actually seeking community. I was.
But you know, they be tearing us up, those type of girls up. Because why are you on a dating app or a hookup app looking for friends when you know what these people are on here for? And I'm like,
but not everyone is on there for that.
Right. And I was like, how else am I going to find these people?
Because
okay, changes their entire schedule for a crush, expects mutual effort and respect their own time.
As a baby gay, I really tried to rearrange the cosmos for my person.
Me too. Has a type until they meet someone different. Knows attraction is often more flexible than expected.
It was definitely attraction. I did not have a type. I never had a type.
Yeah, I didn't have a type either. Gets nervous talking to attractive people. Starts conversation without overthinking every word.
I still would start the conversation, but I was still nervous as fuck. I just knew what I wanted to talk about.
Same.
And whatever came out of it, came out of it.
Yeah, that was me too. Okay. Takes ghosting personally, shrugs saying they're lost, and moves on.
They're lost. Like, I mean, I thought there was something there, but clearly you're a Decepticon, so it's okay.
Okay, now who sends the first DM? You have the other person. It depends.
Transparently, as a baby gay, when I was a baby gay, it would depend on what I was presenting or how I presented. But most times, it was me.
Who has a dating roster versus dating one person at a time?
I had the roster.
I think I dated one person at a time. That was me.
You were talking.
Well, I think I was always quick to have in a relationship. That was my issue.
I mean, same. However, before I actually gave someone the title, there were many prospects. Again, dating. So in the dating phase, I'm figuring it out. Like who's sticking around, who's consistent, who meets my standards, or at least some of them. Like, and if as it progresses, and if it works, it works, and it's like okay, boom. But so I had variety. I had options because I was just like, if you disappoint me, okay. Again, that's why I can say they're lost.
Period. And who still believes they can fix a walking red flag?
I used to. Baby gays I definitely used to. I definitely used to. But I don't.
I mean,
your mess is yours.
That's it. Because we ain't got time.
I don't. Or energy.
So with this episode, we want to talk about baby gays, and we're talking about our experience into the gay culture and how that all transpired, and just different experiences and what we learned from it. So with our first question, we want to explain your introduction to gay culture. So for me, back then, I was heavy, 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 heavy,
Oh.
heavy, heavy, heavy
Mm.
on YouTube. Very heavy on YouTube. I didn't watch TV. I didn't go on the internet. I just watched YouTube. That was watching makeup tutorials. Mind you, I don't wear makeup. Watching hair tutorials. I was watching ballroom scenes. I was heavy on YouTube. And so my first person that I ran across was Star Milan. And again, I don't wear makeup, but I just loved watching him put on makeup and how he did the whole
transformation.
Thing. Yes. So, I started with him, and then I transcended over to ballroom, and I started watching people. That's how I knew about Naomi because I was like, I've been watching her since I was 15, 16. Wow. 15, 16 years old on YouTube. I was heavy on YouTube. And to see her on
Legendary,
I was like, oh my gosh, I love her. Because I've been
still eating.
Because I watched the ballroom. Because I don't think we had that in Louisiana. At least there. I was too young to at least go. And by the time I was old enough, I didn't have time because girl, I was trying to make a living.
My man was working.
I was working. Heavily working. So YouTube was where I was introduced to it. And then when I got a little bit older, because we didn't really have that many gay clubs in the city that I lived in, Lafayette, we didn't have any. So you would have to go to Baton Rouge or New Orleans. So you have to go an hour or 2 hours out. And I wasn't doing that quite frequently. So, but we still had a community. That's where MySpace comes back into effect. MySpace, Facebook. You built a community because the city is not that big and because the gay community is so small.
Yeah.
You eventually run across everybody and you become friends with everybody, or at least entangled with everybody at one point. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's how I was introduced to it through social media, and once we finally got a gay club, seeing those people quite frequently at the gay club. So that was for me. What about you?
So it's stages to it because I was a true baby gay because my baby gay wasn't until 18 to 20. But even throughout, like, first exposure to gayness, gay culture was Men on Film, well, the caricature of gayness, but then also Project Runway. It wasn't until I actually got into college that one, I acquired a gay dad without asking for one. It just happened. But then I also noticed and learned that, like, a lot of the times, like, that's, especially in the house culture, at least where I was in South Carolina at the time, like, they would first try you. And if they couldn't get any play, well, let me be your gay dad. Let me be your gay mom. It's like, let you be. Girl, okay. But, so it was that. So a lot of my exposure was literally direct immersion. So BGC Live, I remember specifically, there was...
Go ahead.
It's not the older gays, it's the actual true millennials.
Okay.
Anyway, BGC Live, I remember, like, I guess in the community forums area, there was this list that literally gave every type of gay and the caricature. And I was like, oh, bitch. First, I was gagged and gooped that, you know, going to an HBCU at the time, and again, I grew up in suburbia, white suburbia. So going to an HBCU, I was like, oh, bitch, there's different types of black. But then learning that there was different types of black, there was also different types of gay, outside of what I was exposed to in media and just the limited exposure from suburbia. So definitely it was, a lot of direct immersion, going to the gay clubs. And I was the one, we would get there at 12. I was ready to go at 1.
Girl, I was not doing that with you.
You had to, because I was in love with the car. But I learned because it was new for me. Like, all of that, going to the club, that was a whole experience. Because first it was like, bitch, what are we going to wear? Then after you get finding something to wear and getting ready was a whole production. because bitch, we got to get the right music, and you know, you got to get the drinks flowing, and like all the different things, and snacks, not a full meal, snacks, because we went to Waffle House afterwards.
Okay, us too.
So it was that piece, and then it was slowly but surely gaining exposure to the ballroom community. I wasn't very involved in it, but I was exposed to it, had connection to it, because a lot of the people that I was connected to were in it. So I got opportunity at times to go to some of the balls and see all the things, and the way, and just respecting and honoring and understanding the culture there. Like LSS, like after that, it's like, I'm good. I can go home. I'm good. I don't care about this other stuff. Give them the little trophy, the cash prize. LSS gave me life. I'm good to go. Sorry, because I was about to tell you, but if you know, you know. If not, sorry. So that would really be it. Yeah, I'll pause there.
I was gonna say, just to add to what I was gonna stated earlier, because we also didn't have like a gay club in the city that I was in. That would have left a straight club. So I do appreciate that, like, some of the gay people that I did run across, they were true and authentic to who they were.
Yeah.
That they dressed
for themselves.
However they felt comfortable expressing themselves. So, and I also appreciate the time that we grew up in, or that the millennials were not afraid to dance. We were not afraid to engage with each other, have, you know, conversations. We weren't just posted up on the wall. I mean, of course you had certain niggas posted up on the wall, but like a lot of people wanted to dance on the dance floor and engage with one another. So I do appreciate that. So I think that also helped break the ice of like getting to know other people, and then also spotting those other queer people in the room.
Okay.
And be like, hey sister, you know what I'm saying? So, because, you know, back then we would all go to different schools. And so this is like an outlet for just us to just unwind and just be in each other's company.
I think I want to add to that too, like that finding your community in the midst of the community, like that gave me life all the time. I guess, again, going to different schools, and then also beyond that, even on the same campus, SC State was not that big, but you wouldn't know unless you knew. And a lot of it, you had to be really keen and in tune to the mannerisms, the language, like the different ways that we articulated or expressed our identity to know that, yeah, girl, we're a part of the community. Yeah, girl. I appreciated that, and I love that. And that's what exposed me to the multifacetedness of like how you can actually show up as gay, because there was always this monolith of, you got to be effeminate if you're gay. Yeah. It's like, but I'm not. Yeah. Fully. So, yeah.
So, with our next question, what tools, resources did you utilize for sex and the club culture?
Sex was porn and my peers. That's it. Like, because honestly, even in the heterosexual space, talking about sex with my parents, it was, I remember verbatim what my mom said. She's like, when I randomly said, my mom, like, what is it that I need to know about sex? She's like, that it's something that's preserved for when you are really in love. It should happen between a man and a woman, and you have no business worrying about that right now. And that was the conversation. And that was the last conversation either my mom or dad ever had with me about sex. So beyond that, it was porn and my peers. And yeah, the club culture, my girls believed in full immersion. Trial by fire. Let's go. You want to go to the club? Let's go. Let's go. And again, same thing. We were in a very small city in South Carolina, so we had to go to either Columbia or Charlotte. So either an hour to 2 hours away just to get a gay club experience. So yeah, that was its own risk and stuff, because we were all tipsy. Yeah. And driving all over these damn highways and byways. Yeah.
That was going
and we would drive there and back, because again, we're in college and we ain't got no time or money for a hotel room. And bitch, let us get a hotel room. These hoes aren't leaving the fucking club. Yeah. And I'm ready to go. So it would really be that until like I got really active in the HIV/AIDS prevention work and getting involved with SC Black Pride, where they were bringing those health education, sex education learnings to our campuses, or at least providing that education.
I was gonna say, for me, I was just going off my own logic.
Mm.
I was like, girl, when you eat, you digest, you gotta shit. Okay, so in order to not shit,
Don't eat.
we're not gonna eat. So if you plan on having sex for whatever day, because back then you had to plan it. So if you planned on not having sex that day, okay, we're not gonna eat that day. You know, we're gonna eat, we're gonna snack,
Mm-hmm.
snack, and then just. I think that's why a lot of like bottoms and stuff like that, they would get upset because it's like if you cancel
Girl,
and the person is starved all day,
girl,
what are we doing?
girl.
Or even like if you're gonna talk that day, like
Wash.
well, not that it's like
I'm sorry.
nobody. My mom, we didn't even have the sex talk, so it's like putting on the condom. We didn't even have. She would just say, "Make sure you wrap it up." But okay,
Let me get the towel real quick.
right? Or different
the different types of condoms. What fits you?
Or sexual positions. Or, like I said, when it came to family, we kept that separate. So I didn't even ask any of those questions. Those things I was like trying to narrow reach. We're gonna figure it out as I go. Because I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how it's supposed to feel. And so I would say this. When I had sex it wasn't the first time, but when I was in a certain position for the first time, that's what I will say. My body felt weird. And I was like, weird isn't like, different, and it's just like
this is new. Yeah,
this is very new. And I was like, I don't know, especially TMI. TMI, like when it came to like self pleasure, and you know when you ejaculate for the first time, bitch, I was scared. I was like, what the fuck is this? What's going on? Like I've never, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it this color? Like, what's going on? Like, was this supposed to happen? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, okay. So but I had nobody to talk to about these things. Right. And it's just like, okay, I have to learn my body and learn that, okay, this is normal and what this is and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay. So I think now we're in the space of like, because we did have sex education, we had AIDS education, or AIDS/STD education. And so those things answer questions, but when you're in a classroom full of people, you're a queer person, you do not want to ask those specific questions.
Because the curriculum not even geared to that.
And it's just like, you know that people are going to judge you if you ask certain questions. So it's just like, okay, now I have to take it upon myself to look up what I think is going on. You know what I'm saying? And that could be a good or a bad thing depending on where you're getting your information from. So for me, I heavily had to rely on logic, like I said, trial and error, and the internet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And I'm gonna add to one thing that you were saying about like that trial and error piece, because like I said, the tools and resources that I utilized were porn and peers. Yes, when that content and that information became available, we had the internet, but it was really porn and peers and heavily on the peers, because I'm a baby gay coming into college with individuals that have been, for lack of better words, gay and sexually active, gay all their life, sexually active at least throughout high school. So they pretty much had an understanding. However, what I think about is like how a lot of their teaching, a lot of their advice and guidance was heavily based off of stereotypes.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time, again, I forgot how to, I don't know how to put it, but the acquired gay dad was like, oh, well, because you're short, you should be a bottom. Excuse me?
Kings out here?
And of course, I had to learn because I didn't know, because I never I didn't know. And I was just like, okay. And so like I go with the flow and I'm just like, but when we are you sure? Because I'm I don't I'm not feeling this. I don't like this.
Well, then I guess that will flow into the next question. Ask that next question.
Looking back, what mistakes did you make that you have made changes to? I think it's time to admit that there were some flaws in my past. Because, as I stated, like everything that I was taught was literally from people my age. So 18 to 20, teaching another 18 to 20-year-old like relationships, love, gay sex, gay culture. And it's just like, girl, their perspectives were based in stereotype because that's what they were told or what they were exposed to. And at times also very superficial. And I'm just like, this can't be this. Is this really our logic?
Yeah.
So without going into too much detail, like, yeah.
For me, I felt like one, getting information, getting perspective from another gay person, because I was friends with a lot of females.
Mm-hmm.
And although that may, and if you're on the receiving end of penetration, that might seem like that goes hand in hand, but I feel like a vagina and a rectum is two different things.
Very much so.
So,
well, I wouldn't know about the vagina.
Yeah. Right. Sorry. So we would need to get experience and information from somebody who is a gay person, a homosexual, a gay man, whatever gender you are. Get that from that person. And I feel like unless they're like educated on that topic, but when you're talking to your friends, your peers, they don't know much about that. So for me, I didn't have a lot of gay friends. And for gay friends that I did have, we didn't talk about like
did not
the process, prepping for situations like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but still, I feel like it would have been better to get their experience than a female's experience, the opposite gender's experience. That was one mistake I feel like I made. The another mistake I feel like I made was the starving myself. The older I got, the more you learn your body and one, if you eat at a certain time, like it doesn't affect anything. If you have a nice healthy diet, again, that's not going to affect anything. You know what I'm saying? Also, when it came to the cleaning process, even though you may have cleaned, you may have pushed too much water in there, and that also affects the process.
Does.
So, that's what I say, with learning, trial and error, you learn so many different things of like different mistakes that you've made. And it's like, okay, now I know how to move forward in the process of having sex. You know what I'm saying? Or when it comes to just like with the culture itself, you learn like, because I know from my experience, there's messy queens.
Yeah.
There's manipulative queens. There's people who are transactional. There's so many different types of people. So it's like, you don't want to fully let your guard down and let these people in. You want to build a rapport or build a friendship with these people. And again, like I stated before, learn their patterns. Because when people say something and their actions present something else, then that's when you have to make the decision of whether you want this person to be a part of your life or not.
So I'll add some more to that based off of the next question. So, did stereotypes manipulate your decision on sex positions, or did you know what you were most comfortable with? As I stated, all of my teachings and exposure was based off of stereotypes. Like, oh, because you're short, you should be a bottom. Oh, okay. So definitely yes, in those spaces and in those moments, like, because again, I didn't know any better. That did kind of guide my thinking. So yeah, the stereotypes did, but then I think for me as a person, really challenged me to identify and clarify, like, what is it that I wanted, what is it that I liked, what is it that I didn't like, and being okay with that. Because again, I was only limited to what I was presented, and thinking and understanding that I had to operate within those confines, and there was an opportunity for me to just simply be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, how about you?
For me, I feel like we were still operating in like heteronormative roles. So a lot of the people that I talked to, not a lot, some of the people that I talked to were feminine or either more feminine than me. And so either I felt like I needed to uh not be as feminine or like be more chill, you know what I'm saying? To where it seemed like the relationship balanced out. So like you're playing the female role and I'm the male, masculine role, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, even though the bedroom it was something else would happen.
Yeah.
You know, there was no rules in that, but when it came to presenting ourselves, it was just like, oh, you can't have two queens dating each other. You can't have two masculine people dating each other. It would just seem weird. So I feel like, in my mind, I feel like I had to balance it out. And I was always the person like, whoever I'm talking to, I'm going to adjust my mannerisms and how I interact based on who they are, if that makes sense. So
yes.
That's how I always operate, even with sexual positions. Like if I'm talking to somebody and they're like, "Oh, I'm a bottom. Oh well, I'm verse, so I can top you more." Or if they're a top and well, I'm verse, so I'm going to bottom for you. You know that it always fluctuated on who I was dating, and so it my behavior as far as like how I present also kind of shifted, not too much, but it was just like when we're together. I was like, I didn't want you to feel like we're equal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
one more time, repeat that.
We weren't equal, as in like we weren't both. Or like we weren't both the same.
Okay.
Like we weren't both.
There was balance. Would you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
We weren't both like I said, we weren't both feminine. We weren't both masculine.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like I knew that there needs to be either a dominant / submissive role, and I was gonna placate somewhere to where it was balanced. So that was me.
Receive. There's one thing I did want to space.
Well, that liquor must be something in this liquor.
Yeah. How was your exploration experience? Were you a lover boy or a sexual deviant? And did you feel sexually liberated? Did you pursue monogamy or explored other relationship structures?
For me, I'm a lover boy at heart. So it's like everybody that like I said, I was on dating apps trying to find friends, and if the friends turn into friends with benefits, or friends turned into us possibly forming a relationship, that was always me. With me, I did not engage in like one night stands or like flings, because I needed to get to know you first. Like I wasn't just laying with anybody.
Yeah.
It was gonna take me a while. And I was gonna make you take a while. Like if you was really interested in whatever sexual fantasy you wanted, it was gonna be a minute before we got together and laid down. Because one, I always thought about safety. I did not want to be one of those people where I put myself in a situation where I go to your house and bitch, you're an axe murderer and kill me.
Whoa.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't know who you were. And so that was always in the back of my mind. I just need to know your intent. And so that was one thing. And like I said, because I was always looking for a relationship, I always gave people the benefit of the doubt of like, okay, let's get to know each other first. Let's try to build a friendship. I try to force people, let's build a friendship. So we can, you can like me as a person, and then possibly we can date. And I think through the dating process, through the getting to know you process, I would realize some people, it's just, we were not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you're a cool vibe.
Yeah.
It's cool to hang out with each other. It's cool to have sex every now and then. So
Mm-hmm.
now I put you in the category of friends with benefits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I was never like I had it wasn't until like I was 25, 26 where I wanted to have a whole phase because I had never had a whole phase because I was always just chasing relationships, just trying to find somebody who was adequate enough to be with. And so I was like, oh, well, bitch, let me have a whole phase for at least once.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was me being a sexual deviant, I guess. Did I feel sexually liberated? Through trial and error, I did. I did because I got to learn different things that I want. And through also, like I said, watching porn, you shouldn't base like your sexual experiences on trying to fulfill a fantasy off of porn because that's a whole nother thing. But through porn, it would intrigue my interest of like, would I like this? Ooh, like this is getting me aroused. But like, if we were to perform this, so I would experiment with those things, and hey, I liked it or I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, let's add this into sex. And so I would feel like, okay, this is something that I need done. Yeah, so I would feel sexually liberated also because I'm having sex with men. The men, you know. So I like what I like. I'm not. Yeah, we're gonna get into another. Well, I'm gonna say I'm not cut off from women. You know, like there's certain things that I'm still interested in trying, but yeah. And did you pursue monogamy or explore relationships? I was again chasing monogamy at that point. Yeah, our friends with benefits.
So, my exploration experience was I was Dora the Explorer. I was out there. Come on, vamonos. I would definitely say I was a lover boy with sexual deviant qualities.
Yeah.
I wanted my person, and I also enjoy good sex. Like I just being transparent. So like, did I feel sexual liberty? Hell yeah. The thing is, like, the experiences of I've experienced were eye opening. Some were okay. Some were okay, and some were bitch never fucking again.
Yeah.
I would say that like my goal and my focus has always been monogamy. So ultimately for me, it was the trial and error of at least trying certain things.
Yeah.
So I didn't yuck I didn't yuck someone else's yum, but then also I really gained a better clarity of what works for me. What do I like? What don't I like? Heavy on what I don't like. And yeah, going from there.
And I was gonna say that from being a baby gay to like being experienced or just through time, I learned that people pleasing is not going to help you in any way. So
I'll drink to that.
Right. So if a person is not satisfying you and you're just going with the flow because you like them or whatever, I would advise you to communicate.
Yeah.
This is not serving me. Or if you're dating someone and y'all finally have sex and it's terrible, have conversations that either we're not sexually compatible, especially if you've done it multiple times, or I need you to do this, try this position, let's move it around, and if that still doesn't work, we're not sexually compatible. You know what I'm saying? Like, because people pleasing, I feel like it's just pulling people along, and it's just like at the end of the day, you're hurting you and them because eventually you're gonna cheat. I just feel like you're eventually gonna cheat because you're not satisfied. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, let's communicate. Let's put on big boy, big girl panties, and communicate that this is no longer serving us. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a sexual relationship, whatever it is, like let's communicate. Hey, we need to try something different, and that doesn't work. This is no longer serving me.
Yeah.
And it's not saying that you don't matter. It's just saying that I gotta put me first, Lucius.
Like at the end of the day, it's very much so a me thing and not a you thing, and we gotta accept that. You don't know what you like until you know what you like.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
I would say because, like we said, it's experimentation with the whole sex thing and with people pleasing. It's
okay. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
So also, because our Grammy-winning cousin Duran Bernard made a really good comment on a podcast. I forgot what podcast he was on, but he said, "I liberated myself from people pleasing when I realized the people I'm pleasing are never pleased."
Okay.
You liberate yourself from people pleasing when you realize the people you're trying to please are never pleased. And again, when we think about our whole conversation today in this particular episode and the baby gay journey of like what we learned, what we were exposed to, what we experienced and things of that sort, like at the end of the day, at some point, shape, form, or fashion in that journey, we were trying to please other people to be accepted, to be loved, to be chosen, right? And so it wasn't until we got to these spaces and to these points that it's like, okay, hold up, bitch. This is not working for me. This is not serving for me. But then also being okay with voicing that and advocating for that like, we're just not compatible, as my man said.
And I was going to say, like, we're not saying don't be open-minded. Like, if somebody brings it to your attention, hey, I would like to try this, or I want this to be done with the sexual acts or within the relationship, we can try that.
Yeah.
It's okay to be open-minded. But if you're seeing that it's not serving you, that's where you have to advocate for yourself and speak up. Because if you just go along with it trying to please them, that's only hurting you in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So, with our last question, knowing what you know now, what would you tell your younger self? What would you tell your baby gay self? For me, I feel like I would tell myself, for me as a baby gay, I don't think I would change anything. I would say just stay the course. Because everything is a learning lesson. And I feel like for me, all the decisions I made were in my best interest. And maybe I think the only thing I would change is the people pleasing.
Yeah.
Is that speak up for yourself. If you're uncomfortable, speak up for yourself. If you want something to change, speak up for yourself. If you don't feel safe, speak up for yourself. If you don't see this relationship moving in a way that you feel comfortable, speak up for yourself. If you see that this relationship, that you're not compatible in this relationship and that it needs to end now, speak up for yourself. Don't let it persist on. You know what I'm saying? Stop it now. I think that's what I would say.
No, Sade, like, as you were talking immediately, what I wrote down is honor your truth. The best advice I could give my younger self is,
I think the last thing I'm going to attach to that, and then we can move on, is you can't fix everyone. You can only alter, evolve, and fix yourself. Or you can work on yourself, but you can't fix the next person. You can support them. You can guide them to different resources or provide them with the necessary resources, but you cannot fix them. That is totally in their ball court and their autonomy. When they find the right time, space, and put in the effort that it actually takes to fix themselves.
Yeah.
Work on yourself. You can't fix everyone. And if that means you have to separate so you can have a peace of mind, that's fine. Time will tell whether that person was meant to be in your life or not, because they'll come back around.
Okay.
So now it's time for Tipsy Talk.
Tipsy Talk. Pour up the treat, sip on the love. Let's go. So, do you?
Do me.
I will. Consider dating a baby gay complicated? If so, why? And because a baby gay can be at any age, do you believe age plays a factor in that decision?
So, do I consider dating a baby gay complicated? Yes. I do. Because that's where I not have experience. So with dating a baby gay, that's where they're getting to fully express themselves, getting to know themselves, getting to see what they like, what they didn't like, especially if they wasn't in that DL era of like experimenting with other men. If they may have had like one or two flings, but they were mostly in a relationship with women.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are fully immersed in the gay culture and trying to figure out what it is that they like, what they don't like, and stuff like that.
Figure out.
Right. So that means they want to experiment with different people. They want to get to know different people. They want to be all in the gay, the club scene, maybe
Color,
different things. And you've probably moved on from that.
Mm-hmm.
You've experienced all these things. And now you want to settle down or whatever the case may be. I don't have time. I'd rather you go out and have your fun first.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've experienced the world in the lens that you see fit, now we can decide where we want to move from there. But as far as dating somebody who's just coming out, no. And I say I know that experience because when I was in college, I always said I would not date anybody younger than me. I always said that. Never. And I made this one exception. And I told this person asked to be in a relationship with me. And I was like, no, because you're new to the gay scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. And then you're new to the city.
Oh, baby, no. This
right.
Real estate. Candy to candy.
So
baby to candy.
Now so now you have all this candy that you're going to be looking at. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I'd rather you get to, and we were in college. Mm-hmm. So you're a freshman in college. I'd rather you explore the college scene first.
Go explore.
Right. But months went by and this person's like, no, I'm focused on you. Okay. So they pushed me in this corner, and then of course it was revealed that this person was not ready for a relationship, and I should have followed my first mind. Mm-hmm. Like I had stated from the jump, because I had communicated the reasons why I did not want to be in a relationship with you. For these exact same reasons.
That showed up.
Exactly. So, and of course, age does not play a factor because we say we date older guys because they're more mature, but we found so many older guys who are immature, who don't have their life together, who don't know what they want, or who are still fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do it.
It doesn't matter the age.
Don't do it.
It doesn't matter the age.
And so, echoing, yes, it is complicated. And if you don't have the capacity nor patience, don't do it. Like, just no, because all I will say in those spaces as a baby, when dating or engaging with the baby gay, think about you as a baby gay and what you went through. Now, imagine your experience, this individual that you're interested in going through. Just to give you context, right, for consideration. So that's my why, because I can't say that I've ever dated a baby gay. I can say that I was the baby gay, but interestingly enough, like I was the baby gay that was actually ready. Because again, like I said, I was the lover boy. I wanted my person. Like, period.
I was like, we wouldn't say reference how you were as a baby gay. Because I was like, because everybody's different. Everybody's experience is different.
Yeah, but I can only give context and explanation and rationale based off of what I've experienced. So I can only go up. I've never dated a baby gay because.
Oh no, I'm talking about when you gave the advice of think of how you were when you're a baby gay. That's how I was like.
But still, even with that, that's all they got. Especially if you've never dated a baby gay.
But for me, I'm a lover. Like you said, I'm a lover boy.
To the next portion of the question, though, like, yeah, definitely the age piece. Yeah, I was one that I wasn't I actually leaned more towards dating guys that were actually my age or younger. One, honestly, because the younger guys actually were a little bit more clear about what the fuck they wanted, and they weren't playing. It was the older guys actually that was a lot going on. And I was like, oh, I thought you had your shit together. You Decepticon. It was actually like the younger guys or the folks my age that we were on the same wavelength, and it was like the older guys.
Because we look at this like dating a virgin. Would you date a virgin?
Oh, girl, no.
Some people do. They chase that, but I'm like, dating a virgin is like that person going to be attached to you, and it's going to be like, it's gonna be hard to like get them detached from you because you realize that hey, this is too much. They're requiring too much. They in fully investing their whole relationship is you. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's not what you want. And so with the baby gays, it's kind of like the complete opposite of like either their relationship can be fully you or their relationship can be you and they want to still explore everything that's around them because it's just so much opportunity. And because there's so many gay people who are sexually fluid, so many people who are sexually liberated, and they don't mind having sex in the middle of the dance floor. Hey, this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Sex just falls at their footsteps. It's just like, oh, I'm tempted. I want to try this. You know what I'm saying? Especially the baby gays who are dating older people, and those older people are set in their ways, and you're a younger baby gay, and it's just like, okay, I still want to try this, that, and the third. I want to explore voyeurism. I want to explore BDSM and all these other things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, are you dating an older person who's like
set in their ways?
I just want vanilla sex. Go to work, come home and chill. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like some people they may be with that. And some people they're like, girl, I want to get my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to try different things. I want us to try different things. So it's like know what you want first. And if you do decide to talk to a baby gay, y'all would just have to rely heavily on communication. But I would suggest not to. I would suggest to let them experience life first. And if they want to get in relationships, that's fine with them. Because that's going to be a trial and error for them as well. But I would suggest it's an experienced gay person.
But again, it also goes back to it and emphasizing the fact that, again, what my man said, this is the time and space as a baby gay to learn you. Yeah. Understand what you like, what you don't like, all those things like that. So as you engage and entangle yourself with others, you're not lost in the sauce. You're very clear of what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want, what it is that you want to experience, what it is that you don't want to experience, and also what it is that you're willing to experience, what is it you're willing to experiment in. So that would be it.
Do you think it'd be healthier to communicate of like having an open relationship when dating a baby gay, so they can still have these interactions, these experiences?
But I think again, this is where words are important. Words matter, because when we're talking about dating, we know exactly what we're talking about. When veteran gays, seasoned gays, and baby gays interact or entangle, are we even defining the words that we're using? Because yeah, we could say that we're dating. Seasoned gay can say, oh, we're just dating, we're just talking, we're just having a good time. Baby gay, that's my man. Yeah. So even in those,
I feel like that sounds completely opposite.
But I'm still saying in those spaces, like it's still gross that way.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up. So that sounds just like, ooh, I don't know. Well, we're gonna see.
What do y'all think? Y'all let us know.
Yeah, please, because I'm very curious on like what's a healthy relationship dynamic between a seasoned gay and a baby gay. But that's what you gotta respect people. If people say no, I don't want to get into a relationship with you, you can't force somebody.
Sure.
You just gotta respect their decision.
But patience is a virtue.
And I do have patience, but I don't have patience with men. And so I'm not going to, at the stage that I'm in, I'm not going to entertain you knowing that this could lead to destruction. Yeah. I'm not going to. No. So, thank y'all for listening to another episode.
Thank you.
Make sure you follow us on all of our social medias. We have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter /X.
And to keep the conversation going and the drink still flowing, because clearly they stay flowing over here. Continue to like, subscribe, all of our podcast platforms, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course YouTube, because we're visual. And above all things, if no one's told you today, I love you, we love you, and keep sipping on love. Peace out.
what you